not, unless we need to. All right, we are recording.
Unless he says something.
Hey, everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. We're doing another Strong as Fuck podcast. I've got Lewis Whenlock, Logical Lifting. We got Jamie Lewis, former world record holder, and CJ Domino, the Deadliftdad. All right, so let's get started. Drinking my aspartame, that gives people a topic to talk about right there, about how I'm going to get cancer.
People who can't fucking read studies.
I know, right?
Jesus. So the thing that just came out where they were like, yeah, it's fucking cancerous.
I read
there
that
are
study.
multiple different levels of how cancerous the thing could be, from like plutonium. And so there are things that are that cancerous, like working overnight. If you work overnights, that's just as cancerous as plutonium, basically. Or like chain smoking. Lots of the new iPhone is real bad. But Diet Coke is actually lower on the level than like lunch meats. And lunch meats are so cancerous that there's no fucking way you should be feeding them to your kids. Yeah. They just
all those nitrates. Yeah,
that's just it. They just give you straight cancer. Yeah, you're not getting gains from it. You're getting fucking cancer. Your gains are just from tumors.
But it's only colon cancer, So.
Oh, well, that's fine.
Yeah, but nobody has any fucking health insurance. Nobody can pay the fucking deductibles on their health insurance, even when they do have it. So, like, what are we talking about? It's not like you're going to get health care and like.
Right. Well, and people freaked out about that thing with the aspartame. But the category they put it in, if you want to put into layman's terms, the category it was put in is that we suspect in high doses it might cause cancer. But we don't have enough evidence to show that it does. Yeah.
They basically put rats in a bathtub full of straight aspartame and let them drink it day after day after day. Like, there's no way a human could drink that much aspartame unless you were drinking straight aspartame.
Well, you'd have other issues by then anyway. From all the
exactly.
You would die of water intoxication.
You'd have all the
much diet soda.
We'll just read headlines, don't they? People can't read studies, like you said. They can't decipher studies, so they just read a headline. Boom, that's it.
Well, people are scientifically illiterate. They read headlines.
They're just illiterate. Period. They're not scientifically illiterate. They're just fucking illiterate. They're just fucking stupid.
But obviously the fucking shitfluencers and influencers don't help that because they
not at all.
That shit.
Neither do the sports scientists who are like, oh yeah, here's a study that proves that this methodology is correct, and it used 19 people in it.
Yeah.
Fuck yourself. Get the fuck on out of here.
19 newbies as well.
Half-wits. Yeah, they're an embarrassment. And so we've got idiots, or they'll talk about genetics like it's fate. Fucking dopes.
Well, without taking into account epigenetics, that's a big factor for muscle growth. It's a case of some people have those genes already flipped on. They start gaining muscle more quickly. And then people who seem to gain muscle slower, eventually those genes flip on. And that's a thing.
It's almost like it's entirely your lifestyle and your environment and the food you eat that creates the person you are, rather than the parentage that you had and the long line of people colored the same way that you.
Right. Yeah. Wait. It's almost as if the human species has 99.99% the same genes.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Get out of town. What the fuck?
Yeah, crazy.
But that other 0.01%, what about them? Yeah, they're called people with genetic defects. That's what they're called. I posted this video the other day about this dude of Deion Sanders talking about how his cousin Junebug was the greatest athlete he'd ever seen in his life. So Deion ran a 4.2240. He played 2 professional sports at the same time, and he was the only person to hit a home run and score a touchdown in the same week. Like, the man is a beast. Right. And so they were asking him if not Barry Sanders, Bo Jackson was like the greatest athlete he ever saw, and he was like, "No, my cousin Junebug." because his cousin Junebug used to steal his shit when he'd come home from college, and then he would run and sell it to the dealer. And so he was like, I could never catch him. I could never catch him. Like, and so this guy was faster on grass. Dion was faster on grass than this guy who was an Olympic gold medalist in the 4x1, Ron Brown, who ran. I think he was a receiver for the Raiders, but on grass, he's faster than that dude, who was an Olympic gold medalist. And this crackhead was faster than all of them combined. Like that's fucking crazy. I want to know what his upbringing was like, that where he was that quick. Or does crack just make you superhuman?
It could be the crack. Yeah.
That's the next thing for Reddit. Smoke crack is your pre-workout. You should try that. It worked for Michael Irvin. He has many Super Bowl rings, and he's on TV all the time, zooted out of his mind.
But that's the other thing. Human potential just keeps going up and up and up and up. I mean, you see that.
Greg Fenora shared a story about one crackhead he knew. He said he hadn't been to the gym for about 3 months, cracked out of his mind, came in, bent 500 pounds, paid $50 for a CCA test, and then fucked off. Just crack is the one. If you want to make gains.
There's a similar story. Hey, Jamie, in prison, you see heroin addicts and shit benching 315, right? Or, what I'm saying? It was like motherfuckers who don't even lift the people you don't expect. Like they're like underdogs.
Look at Trent Reznor. That dude was a heroin addict for the longest time. He's fucking yoked now. That dude
is he? I haven't seen him lately. I didn't know that. I'll check it out.
Dude, look up Trent Reznor. He has 19-inch arms, 20-inch arms, something like that. He's huge. Because it's
might be worthy of its own video.
When they're on heroin, they're just tiny. And then when they go into rehab, they start lifting, they take steroids and start piling in that food, and they blow the fuck up.
Yeah. Because the only guy I remember.
Maybe that's kind of like the feast of famine that you did. Maybe that's kind of what they're going through. Yeah. They've been through famine and now they're feasting and just blowing up.
Yeah, because the only musician
that's how the human body works. That's like, and even if you look at these old time lifters, like when they would go and travel to go to the the first world championship of weightlifting it was like 1894 or something like that. Like they were traveling from all over the place. We're talking about 3-4 weeks on a ship where you could you could lift like a kettlebell maybe if you brought that aboard, but that's all you're lifting, and you're just eating what they had aboard. So like, and then you're going to the thing and lifting, and that's where they were setting their records. And the people now are competing against them, like doing all this peaking and all this bullshit, and like taking all these drugs, and it's like they're still barely beating them. Like half.
I hear any more about peaking.
But that's the other thing to think about though, with muscle mass. Everyone talks about how quick their gains fade, but when you start gaining real muscle and strength and myofibrillar growth and stuff, that stays with you a long time. Like it doesn't just disappear because you spend a few weeks not lifting.
Yeah. I'm going to deep train. I've got weaker
or anything like that. It's just like as you grow, your body remembers that, and it can grow back to that size. Doesn't matter if you take drugs or not. Like you don't have to take drugs for your body to do that.
Right.
Yeah, totally. It is just muscle memory. That's it. That's what we call it.
I mean, people got big and strong for a long time without taking what Primobolan and Primobolan with a nice Chianti and what else do you pair that with? And then what else you got?
That's about it, man. For me, it's just Primo and growth hormone.
Well, that's it. All right.
Whoa. Money bags.
Just a little, just a little HGH. You know what I mean? Just a little light work. That's all.
Yeah.
I just give myself back. That's what I'm doing. I just want to grow my. I just want to grow my sessions a little bit.
That was called. Yeah. That was it, CJ. That was it. Yeah. That is word of the day. I like that.
Yeah, but the thing is with that, is guys use so much growth hormones. I mean, because it's gotten so cost effective, you see guys using just shitloads of it, and it's
I know guys are using like 10 IUs a day.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Oh, you want to hear the craziest though? Yeah. Here's the craziest. Gary Taylor, before, and I have this on very good authority, that Gary Taylor he tore his bicep. I think it was a month prior to the World's Strongest Man. And he took a kit a day
Oh shit!
Hit a day.
Yeah, but
and won the world's strongest man.
Yeah,
that's 100 IUs a day.
That is why I like growth hormone.
It sounds impossible. It sounds to me impossible. But
yeah,
the person who told me that was like, I am not exaggerating, nor am I lying. This is what happened. And I'm like, but it can't be. And he was like, it is what happened. And so there it is.
That much GH. How the fuck do you tear a bicep? That is unfortunate.
No, he tore a bicep. I guess he had a friend or a dealer of some kind who was just like, here you go, take all of it, take a kit a day. And so he just did that. So it was he tore the bicep. I don't remember if it was a month or 3 months because I didn't prep for this. I'm just going off memory and I'm high as fuck. But so he just took a kit every day until the world's strongest man, and then he was healed magically. Although I will say that I know somebody who tried to do something along those lines. Sam Bird tried taking GH too soon, and like after tearing his bicep, because you have to wait a certain amount of time for ossification to happen of the ligaments to the bone, and he didn't do it, or he did it too fast or something, and so the bone like it all ossified too fast. I don't know exactly how it worked, but I was competing and he was still in a cast, and I think we tore a bicep in the same week.
Nice.
Yes. That's the entire reason I like growth hormone. It has nothing to do with getting bigger, because it doesn't really make you bigger. It's the tendon aspect. It's the tendon healing. It's a game changer.
I like you must like the feeling of your, all your organs just filling you out from the inside out. You get that swollen, you're gonna get that, just
you gotta take pretty.
I can't stick my
Palumbo good.
I can't do it. I'm having to like stick my hips, and I'm like,
But how much is that is from guys running large amounts of it with a bunch of insulin?
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know. You can tell us when you have a gigantic swollen abdomen.
Yeah, let's know, bro.
Well, Jason, coming to that, what do you think 100 IUs a day is going to do?
That's insane. If you're talking about growth,
it's gonna help you win the world's strongest man. I don't know what else it did.
All right, that's a lot.
Think about inside your organs. Shit.
What I do know is that if I got that wrong, Gary Taylor, sir, I mean no disrespect. I had it on the authority of one of your friends, and I was simply mistaken. I, again, meant no disrespect. I want no smoke. There's a lot of people I want smoke with. Gary Taylor is not a person. No, sir. Nope. No.
CJ, what about you? What do you think of growth hormone, man? Chime in.
I think that it has healing properties. I have no experience with growth hormone, but I like the idea that you can heal tendons. But I don't like the idea of the acromegaly, whatever the fuck it's called, the overgrowing of the face and shit, looking like Andre the Giant on crack or some shit. I don't want that. So
or just Andre the Giant, period, because that's what it is.
Literally just said crack is like a super drug. Why would you not want that?
It is. Be like Tyrone Wiggums.
Ultimate goal, look like the Elephant Man. That's where I'm headed. I'd like.
Oh yeah, that's like.
Yeah. I want horns growing out of my head. I want that much growth hormone inside me.
I'll go into arm wrestling at that point, man. You know what I'm saying? Fuck.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Yeah.
Well, Jamie, you should go for that. It'll give you that whole look you want, man. You can have those horns going.
I'm good. I went the other way. I'm going with chill. I'm not about that anymore. I look scary enough. I don't need to look any scarier. Good God. With all that shit in my face, my God, I look like the scariest motherfucker who'd ever been alive. I don't even know what was going through my head at that time. Well, a lot, but I was going through a lot of things, but that was that was regrettable. But you know what? I have pictures of it. So
there you go.
Awesome. I had my new metal phase. It was regrettable, especially at like 220 pounds filled with D-ball. That was too much.
Right.
That's a good time.
Too much.
But then we come back over to what we were talking about of these different athletes. The ceiling keeps raising, and we're seeing that as far as just performance goes. we're at a point now to where younger numbers that were competitive in the Olympics are high school kids doing. And, every variety of sports, sprinting, jumping, lifting, everything. It's just crazy. Like human potential just keeps going up and up and up in sports, which is kind of its own topic.
It's
some of the crazy shit you see is not in.
People have always been great athletes. It's just that we have record of it now. I mean, I've given tons of examples of how people were great athletes in the past. It's just like, yeah. And I mean, when I was trying to show you that guy, the father of American athletics, like before the last podcast, you guys were like, whatever, we don't care. The dude was jacked for one, but he was jacked at a time when nobody was jacked. And he like had records in the shot put, and he was the first champion of the 100-yard dash. He was considered to be the strongest man in America at the time. Like he had won all these different things, and he was a rowing champion, a boxing champion. He was such a good boxer that no pro would fight him because he had knocked out pros like very quickly and easily. So pros wouldn't fight him. Everybody was terrified of him. Jack Dempsey wouldn't fight him. Like people were no, it wasn't Jack Dempsey. Jack Johnson wouldn't fight him. Jack Johnson wouldn't fight him. And but Jack Johnson was a champ, and he was a monster of a man. Like there were bad motherfuckers who were terrified of this dude, and he like refereed all this important shit and stuff like that. So like we are seeing people get bigger and stronger, but it's just what I've been saying. Like people have just been saying people can't do this and people can't do that, when yes they fucking can. And yes they have. And they've been doing it. And just because people don't know that they haven't been doing it, it doesn't mean that it hasn't happened. And they've been listening to fucking lying idiots, these sports scientists who don't know shit. And they're just liars and charlatans.
Hey, that Peloton article, Lou, I shot you that over there.
Did you slice his throat?
No.
Oh, no.
No, totally different.
The Peloton.
All PC.
That was
man.
Like when I found out Yuppie cut his throat with his Peloton bike, I was like, yes,
it's it.
What?
No, totally different, bro. But Peloton, just as bad. They said strength training. It says too much. You can strength train too much. You can overtrain. It's one of these fucking Peloton journalist people that are telling people that you will overtrain and to train 3 days a week, 60% of your 1 rep max. Like these bullshit things people feed to the average person to make them mediocre.
Yeah. Because that's just popped in my head. They want you to train at only 60% of your
it's catering to weakness.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
People don't need more excuses not to lift. They make up their own shit enough.
I think there are plenty of people lifting. Like everybody who's lifting who needs to be lifting is lifting. It's just that everybody's been misled about lifting. It's not a science, it's an art, and it's not for everybody. Everything ain't for everybody. And
for health benefits, I always encourage everyone to lift, but they don't need to necessarily be serious lifters. They just need some resistance. It's just good for your health.
Yeah.
That's my hard pill to swallow right there.
Retort. Go on, retort.
They would be better off digging ditches than like doing powerlifting. At least then they'd be getting a little bit of cardio. They would look better. They would look more muscular. If I had 10 people dig a hole and fill it back in every day, and you trained powerlifters on gear, I guarantee you I could have people laying brick and digging holes look better than the people who were powerlifters.
And no, I didn't mean powerlifting.
Outperform them in a powerlifting meet afterwards. And I'm not denigrating your powerlifting methods. I'm just saying they're not athletes. Powerlifting used to be a demonstration of strength, and now it is an embarrassment, and it's pathetic. It's fucking pathetic is what it is.
It's gotten bad with a lot of stuff.
Agreed, but no one mentioned powerlifting, just lifting.
Yeah, we were just talking about resistance training.
It's just lifting in general. I'm talking about strength application, man.
So obsessed with the 3 lifts, so everything just becomes powerlifting anyway, because even when you're talking about bodybuilding, they're like, but what about the deadlift? If you leave the deadlift, blah, 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 blah. And I know the deadlift dad over here loves the deadlift, but
I love the deadlift.
Deadlifting.
Fuck the deadlift.
Like, you need a fucking deadlift.
He doesn't like
fucking rip it and rip it, bitch. Like, I never deadlifted in training.
Rip
Like,
it and rip it.
I mean, I did deadlift in training up to a certain point, and then I realized there was no point to it. So I stopped. And it kept going up.
Crazy. Yeah.
It is a demonstration of strength. It is not the method by which you acquire it. Kind of like a bent, or like a what overhead press used to be, and then it turned into a bent press. Like, you can game the system to make it something else, but if you just keep it what it is, it remains a method to become stronger.
Right. Well, and I think
get lost in the sauce.
I agree with that point, and that's something I've said a long time too. I like the big three. I like to program them and use them, but it's not necessary to do them to be good at them. If you're a big, strong person, you're probably going to have a good squat, bench, and deadlift, even if you don't train them.
Yeah.
I mean, strength is strength, and they are low skill exercises. So, I mean, you don't need that same degree of specificity with those to where you need to practice technique, because they're just not that complicated. If you're big and strong, you can just kind of potato flop your way through a really heavy ass squat, bench, or deadlift without really practicing it.
Yeah, for sure.
I wish I'd actually practiced it rather than just doing it.
Right. Well, hold on, Jamie. I got something. Forget the powerlifting team, but do you feel it's important for someone to have 1,000 pound total before even worrying about cutting weight and all this shit? I'm talking about new fucking dude, new to lifting. It's more important for them to get 1,000 pound total before even worrying about cutting weight, losing weight, and shit like that, because the strength will eventually lead on to better athleticism. You know what I'm saying? Do you have any thoughts on that?
I regret getting away from being an athlete, and I've started getting back into it and started running again. And I used to run, like I said, three miles every day, very compulsively. And so like I used to do a lot of lifting very compulsively, and I've tried to like get away from that and trying to kind of figure out a more balanced way to do it. But I really recommend that people remain like an athlete. So, and I always, in the past, I've admitted this before, and nothing against anyone, and I'm not denigrating anybody's physiques or anything like that. I personally have never given a fuck about fat people in terms of weight training. Like, as an example of anything, I just don't care. Like, if you're a big fat dude and you lift a lot of weight, I don't care. I don't know why anybody cares. Why a big fat person lifts weights, who cares? I just don't. But when you look like an athlete and you look like this, Goliath or this god, and you're lifting these weights, then that's what everybody wants to see. Nobody wants to see a sloppy bag of shit lifting weights. And so that's why I've become so obsessed with like getting my physique to look prettier, because I realized that like I completely got away from that, because I got into this mindset where it had been drilled into me like, oh, I have this body type, so I'm not going to get away from that, and I can't have the body that I want because I am this way. And so I never really stretched. I never really did this. I never did that because I was locked in the mindset I was the way I was and I couldn't be anything else. And now I've come to realize there are a lot of movements I was never able to do that I can do now that don't even seem like I can touch my elbows together like this. I don't. Can you guys do that?
No, not right now. No.
Yeah, and I can just I do curls like that now. And like they're but like so, and I've gotten really flexible, and it's helped, and things are starting to look better, and I feel better, and like I realized, had I done this when I was younger, when I was really, really fast in going straight, or I could stop and turn, but I couldn't change directions quickly. I couldn't juke. I couldn't head fake. I couldn't so I had no head movement. So when somebody does find the video of me doing the tough man, I eat like 3,000 punches in 3 rounds until I land 3 punches that knock him through the ropes and onto the scorer's table. But it's just me going bat, 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 because I couldn't move my head until that point. So so he knocked out both my contacts, then I couldn't see, and he was really tall, so I just couldn't, there was nothing I could do. But now I can move my head, and I've got all this like movement that I didn't have before, and it's valuable. So I would recommend that people get lean, be athletic, look good, and then get bigger. That's how the old school guys did it. That's how everybody's always done it. It's not healthy to be fat. It's not attractive to be fat. It's not impressive to be fat. And again, like we've gotten away from the style points in lifting, but if you take two identical numbers from two identical lifters, they're the same height. They're maybe not the same height, but they're the same weight. They do the same lifts, but one person does it sumo with a wide stance squat that barely gets to parallel, and they look like a power lifter. And one person buries the squat, does a beautiful close stance, close hands, perfect form deadlift, and a flat back 2-second pause bench press. You're not going to tell me that every person in there should go for the person who looks like they did it right, rather than the person who gamed the system and looks like a sloppy bag of shit.
All of us who are serious lifters know that guy is stronger.
Yeah.
But we've all deluded ourselves into thinking that by being the one thing, we are the other, and we're not. And I had myself fooled, and I'm fucking embarrassed by it. So I'm going to try to redo all my lifts with them looking perfect and with a smile on my face, probably trying to talk to you guys while I'm doing it, just to demonstrate how fucking easy it is. Because I don't want it to look like everyone acts like it's anymore, and I don't want it to be me getting revved up to do it. This is just fucking I can do this too.
Yeah. I mean, for the longest time, I used to say that nobody gets into lifting or starts lifting to look worse, but that seems to be the fucking norm at the moment, and it just blows my mind. Like,
we all coach too, and that's the thing. I mean, for someone who charges a fair amount to coach, I can tell you, when I put up stuff of clients doing things, I put up a guy who deadlifts 700 pounds. Nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
I put up that thing of Muhammad's transformation that time, and him all ripped, and deadlifting just a little under 500 pounds, but shredded. 2 people hired me that day.
Yeah.
They put in applications, ready to drop the money.
Yeah.
I guess I had to do that at some point. I got to do an interview with Christopher Paolini, because he's gotten jacked as fuck, and he's all excited to do an interview with me. Yeah. And I've got another client who looks great, but it's never even occurred to me to post that shit.
I told you.
It wouldn't be bad.
It's their transformation to post, not mine. You know what I mean? I'm not the one who did the work. They did it.
But still, it's like the guidance.
I know. I'm just this is just how I've always approached it. I mean, you guys know this. I coached CJ for the longest time. I don't brag about it. I just let you guys take the credit. You're the fucking one who lifted all the weight, not me.
Yeah, man. No, I get that totally. But if you want to kind of promote yourself,
100%.
Yeah.
Promote that shit, bro.
Get yourself some clients and make some money.
Yeah, well, whatever.
I'm going to do that. Okay.
Again, it's a point I've made before. Does anyone really think Jamie fucking Lewis doesn't know what he's talking about? And if they knew you were out there coaching, that
I don't know. I've read some comments on the old.
Well, okay, those people that take
shit. Yeah, people. The internet. No matter who you are, people are going to talk shit.
I have no idea what the lifting world thinks of me. I don't ever talk to anybody in the lifting world, so I would assume they think nothing of me. I would assume they don't think that I exist, but I don't know.
The OGs know you.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. Yeah,
and they don't have anything bad to say, at least from my observation.
Is this from the council that you've?
The council. We're part of the council.
The council of learned individuals. Yeah, and I don't know the New Jacks, and the New Jacks don't know me, but but everything I see them say is nonsense. And then I'll see these tiny little girls doing these idiotic sumo deadlifts and bench presses. I'm like, all right, you guys do your thing. I'm gonna be over here. I don't even. That's why I call myself a historian. Like, I'm not trying to be a strength coach. I never have tried to be a strength coach, but I don't want to be associated with that. It's all nonsense and it's all lies. The whole industry is a lie. And I hate to be the
big time.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news in that regard. It really struck me down a couple of times, but like, because I kept thinking, no, there really is like there's really like there's a thin line of truth. No, there's not. The whole thing is bullshit. I mean, even down to multivitamins, which I mean, I've ruined so many fucking pairs of shorts with multivitamins. So you guys all have, I'm sure.
I don't know. No, actually, no. I've known multivitamin scam for 20
Animal
years.
Pack smells bad through the little
Animal Pack. You ripped it.
And then if you oh my God, one time I washed a whole load of laundry with an Animal Pack in it. I had to throw the whole fucking load of laundry out. The laundry, it takes on the smell of the Animal Pack, and there's no way to get it out. It is horrific. But all the money I pissed away on Animal Pack, in addition to the money I lost in laundry, is insane. Like, multivitamins just don't do anything. I mean, the whole vitamin industry is all nonsense. The whole supplement industry nonsense. Protein certainly helps. Caffeine certainly helps, but these are things we've always known. This is just a different form of protein.
Lewis is over here laughing because
caffeine.
Lewis has been following my work for a decade on here. You're about to be on the Jason Blaha channel saying, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the whole industry is a ripoff. And all my followers are like, yeah, dude, we all know this.
Yeah.
You're preaching to the choir.
I mean, from the outset to now, from its very inception, it's always been bullshit. I always, because I'm me, I always had this like thought that there were a bunch of me's out there, and we were all just like keeping this thin blue line of truth against the. No, it's just me yelling it into the void. So I was I'm a historian.
I got sued into the ground for speaking the truth on this 10 years ago.
Yeah, big time. Well, yeah, the health and fitness industry has nothing to do with health and fitness.
No, it really doesn't. It's about selling you bullshit.
Shilling shit and making money.
Buy now. Buy me.
About 5% of supplements work, and the benefits are minor.
Yeah.
5%. And it's usually some minor health benefits, which is...
Programs have been bullshit since the beginning. They've never once been true. All the published programs, they've always been bullshit. Yep. It's always been written by fucking idiots who don't know shit about training.
Yep.
They wrote it down on a napkin.
This shit thinking it was true for so long.
Yeah, I mean, there's pros and cons to programs. I think we all know that.
Like I've had my free ones that have gotten published and people have run, but they're intended for noobs. They're not for anyone who's been lifting a while. You have to adjust everything all the time.
Yeah, but giving people workout routines, that makes sense. That's trading workouts is something people have always done.
Yeah.
But, like when it's just like these idea of being in a program and then now you're program hopping and that's bad. You got to stick with a program for years. And I'm still an intermediate. I've only been training 3 years and I'm like, what? How are you still an intermediate? That's like saying you're in first grade for 4 years. Are you fucking idiot?
Lifetime intermediate. Fucking Adam Sandler.
New
Billy Madison.
Fucking virgins. Just it's like every goddamn thing that comes out of their mouth. It's like, I'm a virgin.
Yeah, back to Reddit. Back to Reddit you go.
No, dude, I had some people try to sell me this dirt cheap podcast shit, but they were very condescending in the sales call, and I thought it was directed at me, and I was because I just had these Baptists at the door, and I was ultra polite to them, and I thanked them very kindly for inviting me to their church, and but I had to go do this podcast, and thank you very much, and I was super polite. I turned around and bowed to my wife because I was like, I've turned over a new leaf, like I really have, but it's just I've completely forgotten what the fuck I was saying because those Baptists, I was very proud of myself. That was a first for me. That was a first.
That's what we're talking about.
What's that? Oh,
podcast programming. That's what you were talking
about. Being intermediates, or whatever.
I'm really polite to these guys. And then I realized by the end of the thing, they were incels. So they negged us at the beginning to because they were doing that like negging thing. So they were acting like, because you guys all have girls who have had people send them weird messages. It always starts out, you're hot. Will you fuck me? Or can I send you a dick pic? No, you're fucking gross. What are you doing? Well, you're fucking ugly anyway.
Oh, yeah.
No, I was just, I didn't mean it. So anyway, can I send you a dick pic? No, you're fucking gross. Well, you're a fat bitch and I fucking hate you. And now I'm going to fucking stalk you for 10 years. Like, that's how these guys are doing business. And I was like, oh my God, they approach every aspect of their life like this.
With the same strategy.
Yeah. And then she told me, no, it's because she's a woman. And they were, and I was like, oh my, so apparently IT people always speak to her like that. And I was like, well, that's never going to happen again if I can help it. We all got to stand up and stop this shit because it's nonsense. Like people talking to your wives and your daughters like that.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Bro,
is it
bro,
red
that's
pill,
what I'm saying. These motherfuckers
pill,
target females.
the movement.
Yeah.
Red pill or black pill, one of them.
Oh yeah, all that bullshit.
All that shit. Yeah, that's the kind of shit you're talking about.
Red pill bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know much about it. I've just read a bit.
I know enough to know that I don't want anything to do with it.
Yeah,
it's corny as fuck. It's just bitch made corny shit, bro. It's like, okay.
Well, I get questions on that stuff in mine, and they're like, well, you should really check this guy. You really like so and so, and then I investigate 3 minutes. I'm like, yeah, hell no.
Yeah, you look like the fucking poster boy for a MGTOW. MGTOW means men going their own way.
I tell people
Yeah, so that's bitter, lonely old men who have they're through a divorce. Their children don't talk to them anymore, and they're paying a lot in alimony, and they're mad about it. And so it's men going their
women
own
are to blame. That's the thing.
Yeah, and you look like a perpetually shirtless, possibly angry-looking man in a room with no decorations, shirtless for no fucking reason. In a room with no decorations, you look like. Yeah,
where is it?
You look like you might be the chairman. In fact, you might.
But you're not.
It's ridiculous.
So that's good.
Yeah.
You're not. You
got that going for you.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Well, those topics get brought up on my stuff, and I'm always like, they're like, well, what do you think of men going their own way? I'm like, I think it's stupid. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
They'll be like, well, Nikola Tesla was an incel, and it's like, yeah, and he died alone and penniless and miserable. Yeah, with a bunch of phobias. Like he was crippled by his phobias.
Yep.
And as if that's the only hero they have, Tesla.
Yeah.
Tesla, Newton, who also was severely autistic and had Asperger's probably, and he needed some help growing up, and then he probably would have been fine, and he probably could have been dating women and stuff like that. But he just didn't have the right nurturing as a child.
Yeah.
That'd be like looking up to Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck, bro? Or even the Amazon. Like, I don't care about them.
I think Elon has a wife, though, doesn't he? Like,
what kind of piece of shit is Sergey Brin that his girl fucked Elon Musk? Like, what did he do to her? That's like the Chris Brown beating. Nobody's talking about that, but that is like when Chris Brown put hands on Rihanna. This woman just did that to Sergey Brin but nobody said shit. But she fucked a disgusting troll of an incel. So she fucked an incel because she hates this man so much. A disgusting man who named his kid Technicus Maximus or
did he really? I don't follow enough to know this stuff.
Oh, it just came out in the news that he and Grimes had another kid. I still don't know who Grimes is, but they had another kid, and I'm very up on pop music and shit. So but I never heard, to my knowledge, I never heard a song by this bitch. But fuck her. But they named their kid something that sounded like a 40K, like a very vicious 40K word. Yeah. Something Mechanicus.
Because I saw it in all the 40K groups, and I thought it was just a joke.
Does he hate it? Does he hate his kid?
And then it was real.
Do you play 40K?
No, I like Warhammer. I'm a big Warhammer fan.
Yeah, I like 40K. Yeah, of course.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, of course, big time. But so in all these groups, it came up this new child Techno Mechanicus. I thought, they've just edited it. It's taking the piss, or haha. And then it's like, no, this is really real. This is a real headline. Like, what the fuck?
Does he play? He seems like the type of guy who plays 40K.
Yeah, but badly, I reckon.
Okay, Cavill plays 40K. That is a real incel game. You guys got to police your scene in 40K.
Yeah, I don't play 40K because I'm not rich enough to buy.
Yeah, I used to do fantasy. I used to
just read books. You just
read like the novels. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. What's your favorite one?
I just like the figurines. Kane series. and that was class. I love that.
No, I'm sorry. I was pointing at CJ because he said he liked the figurines. Which one did you say you liked?
Just the fucking Space Marines, the whole lore of it. That's all I like looking at. And it's a first-person shooter. I don't give a fuck about the whole thing. I just like the way it looks. It's like Doom on fucking like advanced Doom.
Oh my god, we need a game.
Yeah, like I want a first-person shooter of it. It looks cool. It looks like really like this shit could sell.
Where
but
the
these
fuck
motherfuckers are.
Been? Bolt Gun has just come out.
Where?
Oh yeah, it did. Okay, see,
it's like Doom, but Space Marine. Like
does it have multiplayer?
It's literally just come out. It's literally Doom, but you are a Space Marine.
Is it on PS4?
Yeah. Like,
I'm getting it. I'm gonna get it today.
Oh, shit! Now I got something to fucking put in my wallet. All right, cool.
It's called
Bolt
Gunner.
Thanks, Lou.
Yeah, I'll message you. I'll message you.
Oh my god!
Send me the message, bro.
I love the lore and everything. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
People are terrible.
Yeah.
But there's a new Dan Abnett book that's fucking awesome, and he's a big 40K writer.
Which one? The Lion.
It's called Triumph.
Oh, not 40K, right? Yeah.
Yeah, no, and so it's awesome, dude. It's set in the modern day, but it's the Anglo-Spanish Empire. So the Leonardo da Vinci, instead of going into science, discovered magic. So science basically stopped in the 1500s, and they went with magic instead of science. So they like call each other on the Ouija instead of on the telephone, and like they have different like people who can do different magic and shit. But like now people are using black magic, so people are trying to stop them. And but what they don't realize is Australia was never discovered, and they have like iPhones and shit, but it's like the Australian version of it. And this one guy is trying to prevent England from going down there with their armada because they're just going to get fucking wiped out. It's such a fucking great book.
Cool, yeah.
I wonder if they sumo deadlift.
Like you said, Dan Abnett is class.
What's that? What's his deadlift?
No,
I wonder if they sumo deadlift because they cast spells and shit.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, we can bring it back.
I'm sure that's part of it.
What is up with that and their deadlift rituals, you know?
Oh yeah, like
Dan Green. Dan Green started that. I blame Dan Green.
Dan Green?
Oh shit.
What the fuck?
Oh, it was Dan Green. He was the one who started with the "Oh Jesus help me."
Like,
Jesus help me. Oh Jesus help me.
Yeah.
I'm just like, rip it and rip it, bitch. Right. God damn.
It was Dan Green. Insofar as I know, he might have learned it from somebody else, but he was the first person I ever saw do it. And I've looked.
Yeah.
I saw people doing all that back in the UK 9-10 years ago.
You know what? He's probably not, because I bet the equipped guys used to do it in deadlift suits because it probably shifted their suit a certain way. Yeah. And that's probably why it started. But I don't know that for a fact. So let me look it up. I've always ignored those motherfuckers. So
yeah, that would make sense though.
Oh,
it's like benching
that's
with
good,
your
dude. That makes it really corny. That makes it really corny when a raw lifter does it. Then I'm gonna clown on them harder now.
Wait, let me double check. Let me double check. But I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you need to.
Bro,
you can't be doing any false claims.
Fucking trash.
Right. But how much of stuff do you see in raw lifting that came from equipped lifting that people just picked up for
it's
no
like benching
reason?
with your lats? Like
like squatting in flat shoes.
Flat shoes. Yo, fuck shoes.
Fuck shoes. I would like to reiterate again that shoes date back at least to 100,000 BC.
I've got shoes.
Go back to Homo erectus. Homo erectus. Prior to modern humans. So they didn't even have the capacity for full human speech, but they did have shoes.
But no, for the record, since I am high bar squatting, I am using my weightlifting shoes.
Yeah, I did notice that in the video. You, for whatever reason, have
those were good
an allergy to shirts, but I would encourage you to explore some options that involve more clothing. I think that it might improve.
I'm not gonna listen to him there.
Don't listen to him.
That's right.
Perhaps if you were to change the style a little more, so you didn't look like a lonely man living in a one-room apartment. With an
I got a whole house.
But you look like a lonely man who lives in a one-room apartment.
Okay.
You look like a lonely, lonely man. And you just said you don't have a shirt on, but you're inside. You are inside your house, sir. And you said, but it's hot in Texas, and I understand, but that's outside of your house is hot, and inside of your house, because I know another person in Texas right now, Mr. CJ Domino. Welcome, CJ Domino. Tell us about the inside of your house, CJ.
It's cold as fuck.
Is it? What's the temperature in your house, CJ?
Like what, 67?
How did you 67?
How did you get the house to that temperature, CJ?
Blast.
So I just turned it down, bro.
Interesting. Now, CJ, here's the important thing for all the dads out there. Do you allow anyone else in the house to touch the thermostat in your house?
Fuck no.
I have seen with my own two eyeballs, grown men let children touch the thermostat in their house. I almost had a heart attack. I was waiting for the child to be shot off the wall. Shot with a gun, just blasted off the wall. And that child kept touching the buttons. Change the temperature in a house.
So CJ, would that fly in your house?
Oh, absolutely not. See, if anyone touches it, it's gripping and ripping. Right? I mean, it's the most non-domestic violence way. Okay, obviously.
That's why we train.
Or I'll tell my oldest son.
You can just grab the trachea and pull it right out.
Homer Simpson, Bart Simpson, none of that. All right.
Yeah.
But no, I'll tell my oldest. I'll be like, hey, change the temperature. It's permission. Like literally, you have to ask, or I tell you. But do not touch. No one touches it.
Is that it?
And that's my that's my teenage son.
They're a human remote control. That's all it is.
That's it, bro. That's like 68 here.
You don't control that with your phone?
Oh, I wish.
Dude, my phone.
I live in military housing. I live in the
You don't control yours at all, Jason.
Yeah, dude, I've got an app on my phone. It's all Smart House.
What the
fuck?
One other thing that I will tell you that's a weird side effect of getting rid of the nodding in my body. I have turned up the temperature in my house. Like the nodding in your body, not only does it make you more anxious, but it actually makes you hotter. So I've saved money on my air conditioning because I keep my house at 72 now.
Oh, nice.
And I'm extremely comfortable at 72. Like I'm not cold at 67, but I'm comfortable at 72.
I'm good at like 68
Fahrenheit. It's going over my head.
Yeah. Sorry. What is it? 20 degrees or some shit Celsius or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 17.
So you're down here in Texas doing that down in the 60s. What's your electric bill looking like?
So that's military housing. So I pay for it out of my military check.
What do you keep your house at? Shirtless for no reason, man?
Mine right now is at 72, and I'm paying like $600 a month in electric bills.
Yeah, 72. You can put a.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
You can put one right on. You can get it on the body.
Don't listen.
You can join the community, man.
Lewis has got my back here.
Don't listen to him. Be your own man. Do your own thing.
That's right. That's right.
Work out in my shorts.
Look at how mad it's making him. He's just not happy.
No, I'm just trying to change the perception. If he stops looking like an angry, sad man who lives in a one-bedroom basement apartment, then he will stop attracting other small, sad men who are living in a basement apartment, trying to become big, sad men.
Are you talking about
living in a basement apartment? So you know what I mean? Like, like he said, change the perception, like CJ said. And 22.2 Celsius is the.
Are we the other sad men?
Yeah, that's what Lewis been following my stuff for years. He's talking about you, Lewis?
No, it's not me, you, and CJ. We're not the other sad men, surely.
No, he has incels who message him and they bother him. He has many, many troglodytes who follow him and then they stalk him. So I was saying that if he changed the good Lord. Oh my God.
Just no was all I needed. I thought you were calling us the sad men. I get it.
But I get where Jamie's going with this, because the funny thing is I'm laughing saying those same people are going to be eating this up, and then he realizes they're talking about them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm trying to help me change your branding so you change your audience.
Change your branding, the percent, change the audience. We're tired of the troglodytes. We don't give a fuck about you guys.
Maybe take off the gamer headset and wear some earbuds or something so you don't look like you are sitting on your bed using your fucking headset from your PlayStation.
Oh, so I should probably use my AirPods for this, for how to set them up for the computer.
Yeah, I'm just throwing some ideas out there. Just because, again, you look like a man who's sitting on his bed in his very small 1-bedroom studio apartment that's in the basement.
Yes, because this is what I have on the computer, because I do all my video editing with a gamer headset on.
Okay. Yeah. Well, which is totally understandable. I'm not saying that the headset's bad. I'm just saying that the image that you portray is perhaps not the one that you want to go with. That's all I'm saying. I'm not insulting.
See, we need people like Jamie. This is good. This is what improves people right here. This is good. I like.
Well, you don't understand. Like, I don't think any of us ever could think of the image that we present, and I never did. Like, when I put all that shit in my face, I didn't realize what a psychopath. I looked like a terrifying psychopath, which really, at the end of the day,
I assume that was the look you were going for.
Yeah, the edge thing.
Yeah, I guess but I just, I really it was not a good look. It wasn't a good look. That's not a look that's going to get you laid for sure. And it's not going to look that's going to get you a hug that's going to get you laid. You got to get the hug before you can get laid, because you got to take it down a notch.
That's right, man.
Take it down a couple notches. And so, and girls don't need to see your chest. They just don't. They don't. But they would like to see your face. So if you were to perhaps cast a light upon it and take the giant alien goggles off the side, you know what I mean? Yeah. No, you can leave them on now. I'm just saying that I'm just trying to throw out some ideas for you so you can shake off some of the ticks and the leeches. That's all.
Yeah, ticks and leeches.
I think they're stuck on, to be fair. It's been 10 years on it.
Dude, his following is crazy. Dude, the videos on him and shit, I was like, what the fuck, bro?
You have not changed your look. You haven't changed your look. It's the same look.
I think he has.
Has he?
Yeah, I think he has, because he used to wear, remember, you used to load your own ammo and shit and wear the hat.
Well, that was the whole thing I did.
He still wears a hat that looks like a man who lives in a basement apartment. Like, it's a different kind of hat for a man who lives in a basement apartment. And again, I'm not criticizing your look. I'm just saying you have all these girls who are friends with you. Have them buy you some fucking clothes and wear those clothes.
Yo, that's
real.
Actually not a bad idea.
No, I'm not. All of my friends are girls. I'm not fucking kidding with you. Like, all of my friends are girls. I don't know why I've just always gotten along with broy girls. And I'm not a real, broy guy. I don't fix cars or do carpentry or any of that shit. Like, I don't like it. I don't want to do it. I'd rather cook food. So I'm hanging out in the kitchen, fucking eating, having a good time, not freezing my fucking ass off. I don't want to go fucking hunting. I don't want to do that shit. Like, so, and guess who is around women and enjoys themselves and, has a good time and is not from the outside in looking and seeing a bunch of closeted homosexual men out in the woods.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
I mean, that's what it looks like from the kitchen. That's what, and I look like the fag because I'm cooking, and it's like, all right.
Whatever you say, man. I'm getting my dick sucked. All right, faggots.
Yeah. Well, he probably is too, but
women like a man.
I don't know. I don't understand how that means I'm the fag, but however it works, I'll take it how I get it. But I can bake a fuck out of a cake. I can really bake the shit out of a cake. I can, and a pie. I am a pie master. I can make a pie crust out of from scratch, without even looking at a recipe.
Well, see, here you go though. This is advice for these guys, these incels out there. It's like, women like a man who can cook.
Yeah.
100%.
Also, people like people. People like people who like people. So if you change from I hate everybody to I like people, there are things I like about people, and I'm going to do things well that I know other people like so that they will like me. That's what I do. Like, I just find out what people like and then figure out how to get good at it. So then I can interact with them. But you can't rub it in their face so you're good at it. You have to just find a way to be there with them in that space.
Yeah, like
invite them.
Yeah.
Not carry them. You have to find a way to let them teach you something. That's the key. You have to, even if you already know it, you give them a leading question so they can teach you something, and then they will love you.
Of course.
I'm not saying that from a pickup artist standpoint. I mean, just so that you can diffuse a situation where a person might otherwise not like you, not to pick up a girl who detests you. This is not a pickup artist thing. Jesus. I'm really reticent to share my knowledge with your fan base, Jason.
Even that pickup artist shit is bullshit. It's all about being vulnerable.
Yeah. You know, I read that shit because I don't understand people, and it helped me understand how people work. But I didn't even realize it could be you. I didn't realize that pickup artistry was evil when I first read that shit. I just thought it was for dudes who didn't understand how to talk to women. And then I was like, wait, there's magic? No. The second a magician is involved, women are not.
Sumo deadlifters. Yeah. I know, for real.
But this guy's out there going, yeah, no, you should learn to juggle. Chicks dig that. Sure they do. Says a guy who's been laid. Yeah. They love a man who can juggle.
Yeah, I've never heard that one. Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm sure there's somebody for everybody out there. So there are women who love juggling.
There might be a woman who's got a thing for that, you know. Juggling is just what really gets her off, you know. That's. But I think more women like a guy who can cook.
Or men. I'm nothing against or whoever you want to attract. And this is the most, I mean, our sausage fest has continued. This is abusively just the whitest, malest thing. Like, wow, we are just, you're fucking white. You're half Persian or whatever. That's just a different type of white.
There's an inside joke there for people who don't know.
No, but Persian, like, it's all Indo-European. Persian is just the eastern part of it. So he's just a tan white. Congratulations. You're Italian East.
You can be my cousin technically.
You haggle in a slightly more aggressive manner.
Might be.
I think I'm the least aggressive one of us four.
Oh no, I just meant haggle. I said haggle. You haggle,
right?
Like you know, bizarre.
I don't haggle at all.
Haggle. That's the Eastern Europe shit, bro. That's what they do in the East, Middle East.
Oh,
They haggle. Lewis, do you like to haggle?
I don't mind a little haggle.
It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. I ain't gonna lie. It's kind of fun.
You guys already know.
Why is it fun?
You already know. I mean,
I don't like
negotiating a better deal for yourself.
And you just feel like you want to haggle.
Yeah.
It's only because I was in the Middle East, dog. I had to do it.
It's like a verbal video game for you.
Yeah, it's like a little game. Yeah.
No. No, I'm not doing. I don't want this. Come on.
It's just business, guys. That's all it is. Man. Haggling is just business.
Yeah.
See, that's in my cultural perspective, being Slavic. What do you mean it's just business?
Slavic,
you also like to haggle. You also like to haggle.
Yes, he does. That guy's a haggler.
As soon as somebody says a price to me that I don't like, I'm like, all right, dope. I'll keep it moving. And they're like, no. And I'm like, no, go fuck yourself. Like, I don't want to hear from that. Like,
that's part of haggling, though, too. You're kind of haggling.
Haggling too. You're playing the game right there, Jimmy.
You're playing the game. That's right. He's playing the game.
Haggling.
You're playing the game, bro.
Oh, all right. The next step is we fight. Like, it's not. That is not.
I was going to say.
That's like I get slapped in the face. I'm like, so how much? And they're like, more than you can afford. Slap. And I'm like, all right, well, say another word to me and we'll fucking go. That's how I feel. Like, I'm like, all right, well, I'll stab you on the next one. What you got?
Okay.
I don't like it. I really don't like it. I feel very offended and I feel very, I'm even tense now thinking about it.
Sometimes stabbing people is just part of haggling.
Yeah.
Stabbing is part of haggling.
Stabbing can
well,
be
I gotta say, for Eastern Europeans, my experience in business has never been particularly Positive.
Good.
So I could see stabbing would be a regular part of that. It would just be a natural outgrowth of.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah.
We got the gypsies, you know what I'm saying? The gypsy kids begging for you and shit. It's crazy.
I can appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
It's just business, guys. That's it.
Yep.
America has the bums and shit. You know, it's crazy out here.
If there is an apocalypse, I'll tell you what, every gravestone around my house will say it's just business on it.
And I can appreciate that.
Jamie just pops out of the screen like a goblin and slices his throat as he says it, and then zips right back in the frame right over here. That at some point, that just triggers like a death to that person in my head.
Absolutely.
In a cheerful way.
Okay. I can't remember.
I would send the happiest little Smurfs to feast on your soul tonight. It's just
goblin.
It's just
It's just business. Sound like my grandpa, you know.
Yeah, there you go.
My grandpa was a Slavic gangster.
It's just business.
You know, who broke legs and lended out money and had a pot field hidden in his cornfield. You know, it's just
Is this your granddad?
Yeah. Oh. From my dad's side, Grandpa Blaha.
I'm too German for that. I just like it to be what it is. I don't. There's something in the way I was raised. It's just, you know,
business.
Just say what you are, and let's make it what it is. It doesn't have. We don't have to go through this. I don't want to. I don't like being told one thing and then have it be something else. I feel I will carry that grudge for a very long period of time. That's why I'm obsessively scrupulous now. I'm literally shackled by my scruples, but I'd rather it be that than ever get caught out on being hypocritical.
Right.
Ever.
But joking aside with that, I make all my prices public. Like they're right up there. And I hate that with online training. I'm one of the guys who actually put my prices right there in the thing. This is what I charge. Right there. Bang.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate the guys who
kind of menu.
It's exactly on my
menu.
It's literally what it is. And I give discounts for X, Y, and Z. It's listed. Yeah.
I have yet to advertise my coaching hardly at all.
You have. What the fuck are you talking
about?
Okay,
well, see, you just
like 4 or 5 times. I don't do it. I've done it 4 or 5 times.
You gave me advice.
I'm sure people DM you though too.
Keep giving you business advice, Jamie. Put it out there. Advertise it. Put it up. List your prices.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, oh, maybe I ought to advertise that at some point. That was really what I was saying. Yeah. Rather than like 4 times in 5 years, maybe maybe once a year I can move up to,
maybe on the 1st of every month, you put a little ad up on all your social media.
Yeah, I was just making fun of myself. I wasn't making fun of you.
No, I know, but I'm trying to help you now. So
I'm looking at CJ actually. I was looking at CJ with that.
Okay. Yeah, advertise. You'd be making money, Jamie.
I keep forgetting you guys can't see who the fuck I'm looking at.
Yeah, I think you're looking at Jason. I don't know. You're looking at me. My bad, dude.
Yeah. That was
Jamie and CJ are at the bottom for me, and I've got Jason next to me. That's all. So
yeah, I think all our screens are a little different. So
for Lewis, he's mostly just a circle that says something.
All right. Well, let's get back over to some fitness type stuff now that we've talked about all that.
Pixelate and your video feed cuts in and out for me.
We want to discuss fructose or dairy. What do we think would be good to wind this one down? What do you got?
We're about to wind it up. We're about to wind it right up.
We winded it up.
Talk about both these dumbass subjects. Let's just get it the fuck out of the way. Good God.
I can give my quick fructose and make it
let's do milk first.
Oh yeah, why don't you go get a banana right now so we can talk about your
bananas? I got a banana for you, bro.
Yeah, no. Everyone worries about fructose, and you should worry about it because technically our body can't use it. But your body has 3 pathways to get rid of it. You have your GI tract, which your gut flora in your lower intestine can convert it into glucose to a large extent, and then it's good to go. If you absorb it in your upper intestine, which is where all the refined sugars go, that's where it's a problem. But Jamie, I'll let you jump into fructose.
No, carry on.
No, carry on. That was thrilling.
Okay.
That was thrilling. I really enjoyed all your tonal inflections. I can't tell what's more interesting, the top of your head or the total lack of tonal inflections.
Gotcha.
Okay, so
Well, I'm just saying fructose is a new.
Where were you going with this? You were just going to just continue. Tell us more about the thrilling. I'm thrilled. I'm captivated. Okay. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. Do go on.
Okay. So in short, really, fructose is technically a poison to your liver, but your body has a couple other pathways to get rid of it. So really, it's about how much you consume in the form that it's consumed in. It's things like how much fiber you're consuming relative to fructose to determine how your body gets rid of it or not. So that's okay. Where we get into conflicts and confusions on it, because we all know table sugar and high fructose corn syrup and shit will kill you in large amounts. So
will modern table bananas, in American table bananas, which are basically I mean, that's the closest thing you can get to high fructose corn syrup without actually fucking drinking high fructose corn syrup. It is literally weaponized fructose, and you are eating them in a quantity that is absurd.
Actually, at the moment, I'm not, because I've adjusted down to trimming down a little bit. So
you've adjusted down?
Yeah. So I'm mostly doing.
You have the most bizarre approach to diet.
Well, I shift what I eat from time to time, depending on how much I'm eating. So since I'm cutting a bit now it's a little more healthy fats, and then most of my fruits just frozen stuff I mix in, like cherries and things.
Okay, that sounds thrilling.
Okay, so go on. Tell us the dangers of fructose.
Well, the issue with fructose is what your liver has to do with it. It's when too much of it gets through your bloodstream, gets the enzyme, the stuff that make it into glucose, your liver has to convert it, very similar to what it does with alcohol. So again, too much fructose absorbed into the bloodstream too quickly. It's basically like alcohol as far as your liver is concerned.
You can get fatty liver from that, can't you?
Get fatty liver from it.
Yeah.
And
Jamie, why are bananas weapons?
Yeah, why?
Why are bananas weapons?
Well, so there are like 450 or 500 or 400 different species of bananas, but in the United States we only have one of them. It is the sweetest, insofar as I know. They're huge. They're packed with, it's just everything America. They're huge. They're packed with sugar. I don't know what kind of bananas you have in the UK. So you might have the same bananas we have here.
Normal, I think.
I think they're pretty much
okay. They're probably the same bananas you get, but everywhere else in the world, they have all these different kinds of bananas.
Yeah.
Plantains are another kind of banana, for instance, but they're way less sweet. And we don't like them in America, for instance, because they're way less sweet, but they are not terrible for you. So it's not all bananas. It's like this Western banana that everybody commonly eats. That is basically and everybody says genetically modified, like they know what the fuck it means. But that strain these strains have been bred over time. That is genetic modification. It's specific breeding of strains in order to create certain qualities. So that is, you don't have to tinker with the genes in order to do genetic modification.
Yeah, selective breeding.
So our modern fruits like strawberries and blueberries are huge and incredibly sweet compared to the like the wild or even 100 years ago antecedents. So, and they were also seasonal. So people only ate them when they were fresh, which was like once a year. So they didn't get diabetes from it or get fatty liver disease because of it. But now people are shoveling these, they're just sugar bombs. It's like they're eating those fucking cereal bars and they act like they're fucking healthy, and it's not. It's just, I mean, they're sweet and they're delicious. And if you eat some of them, they're good for you. They're great for you. Like, that's great. And I love blueberries and I love strawberries and I eat them sometimes. But if you eat them constantly, you eat the same fucking thing over and over and over, and you're eating in massive quantities, and it's the wrong thing, it's going to cause problems.
Okay.
Anything in excess.
That's true. That's true. Everything.
But fruit just happens to be one of those things that just loads up on your liver, just like high fructose corn syrup does. And you know what? When we were talking about it before in text, I completely forgot how bad high fructose corn syrup was, because it's so bad. I just don't consume shit with it. I mean, I'll eat the occasional candy bar or whatever, but I like the idea of drinking regular sugar soda is psychotic to me.
Oh yeah.
And aspartame is definitively proven not to cause cancer. I mean, just can't. So, and it's delicious and it keeps you from getting fat. So I'm going to keep drinking it. And it, like, I have always had a sweet tooth. So like, I like shit that would have high fructose corn syrup in it, but at the end of the day, you don't feel good after eating it. Fuck it. Like the shit with sugar in it, like I eat we eat a lot of cookie dough in my house. Like, I'll make chocolate chip cookie. We eat so much fucking butter in my house. there's no dieting that goes on. I just make sure I get my fucking protein. And just like George Hackenschmidt said, like, I eat a lot of food and I let the training take care of the rest. Like, you don't have to really stress it too much. So long as you out-train your diet, you can eat whatever the fuck you want. And I'm living it.
You can't out-train a bad diet. Oh, he said it. He fucking said it. That's right.
Yeah, you can out-train it every single day. And you know how I know? Because I've seen every motherfucker who ever lived up until 1960, that's when dieting really started, live and do quite well. And then there's plenty of examples since then, but just all of human history up until just recently is my proof.
Yeah. Well, again, we come over to that get the protein thing. That's a big deal because I've got a friend who he actually did a study on protein overfeeding, and they actually found that in his protein overfeeding study that if they gave them enough protein, people didn't gain any body fat even in the calorie surplus.
Yeah, no, you can't, because there's a thermic effect to protein where you burn 4 calories for every gram of protein you eat, which means that it has no effect on your calories. You shouldn't even put it doesn't affect your calories at all. So like when you're calculating calories, it has a zero load.
Yeah.
And the more protein you eat, the higher the thermic effect.
Yeah.
So like your body just becomes a furnace. So you'll notice when you eat like a huge beef meal and you get those meat sweats, that's the thermic effect. That's literally the thermic effect. And I'm not saying do the carnivore diet. My God. Stop being fucking incel dickhead.
Get the itis.
And I did the Apex Predator diet for 10 years. And the keto diet works, but it's unnecessary. If you're a fat shit and you want to become lean, do a keto diet. You certainly will become lean. That's what they're there for. You don't got to live like that. You can eat cookies every fucking day.
Yeah.
I keep getting leaner and I keep doing this and I keep doing that just because I'm training and training and training and training and training and training and stretching and training and stretching and training and walking and stretching and training. So.
Yeah. And I think that's the problem we run into with a lot of people. Like we have this data on protein, but then you tell people to eat a lot of protein to get that effect. And they're like, I can't eat that much protein.
Yeah.
And that's
they're idiots and they're liars.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Because
and then drink protein shakes.
Yeah.
I
think this study,
because it's cheaper now. I just buy the protein shakes in a little premier protein. Yeah.
Ready to drink or whatever.
Yeah. It's actually cheaper than the fucking protein powder now, and it tastes better. Yeah. So I get the premier protein ones. Yeah. Who the fuck knows what's going on with protein powders? But
like grenade over here.
So I've been drinking those, and they're only 30 grams a pop. So I haven't been drinking I just can't stuff myself. I've been stuffing myself for like 20 years. So I'm like just kind of trying to take a break and not stuff myself for a while I'm stretching out. But which is why I'm not as big as I was. But I love not having to eat as much. It's a relief, honestly. Like, and I don't mind being 190 pounds. It's not like whatever. It's big as shit for 5'4". So
that's like good.
Yeah.
Bad for 6 foot like me.
Yeah. But and also I look way bigger because I'm not all fucking stuffed up and like can't move and shit. And like I move like an athlete, which is way scarier to 190 pounds than a tottering wreck of a wheezing fucking idiot at 20.
Yeah.
So
totally.
And like only if I wanted to be scarier, but I honestly think me being friendly and to people who want to look tough, when the impression is that you want to be tough, that nothing looks tougher than a person who's very, very at ease in all situations. Standing there, mad dog and CJ can tell you, the guy who's mad dogging everybody is pissed scared. That man's scared.
Yeah.
The guy who's not smiling is frightened. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Insecure as fuck, bro.
Yeah. Yep. That's just what it is. And that means smile in your photographs, you dumb fucks. God damn.
Yeah,
you want to get laid by a man or a woman or an intersex person, whatever you want to do.
Anyone.
Smile in your
profile just smile.
Picture, for fuck's sake. I didn't do it for the longest time. And oh my God, I wish I had. CJ, you were on me for 2 years about it until I finally did it. But I did it.
Yeah, man. You finally broke out. I'm proud of you.
And then at work at when I was at the joint, they were like they would always say like Jamie's always smiling because I just try to like walk around with like a slight smile on my face. Yeah, no, I liked it because like
punk rock shit, bitch.
Eventually, people start smiling back. You know?
Yeah, totally. So limit fructose, up the protein. What about milk? What we saying about milk?
I think milk's great.
Okay.
Unless you're lactose intolerant.
But then, there's plenty of lactose-free options. There are cows that have been specially bred to produce lactose-free milk, and it tastes great.
Yep.
And there's also Fairlife protein milk has no lactose in it, and it's fucking delicious.
Shit, yeah, we don't have that in the UK, sadly.
Stay away from raw milk. I don't want to hear about raw milk.
Yeah,
I don't care what the purported benefits don't matter. It is a health crisis waiting to happen. If you live on a dairy farm, fine. I don't give a fuck. You're not the person I'm talking to.
Yeah.
And the person who lives down the street from the dairy farm, then go there. Don't fucking put it in the comments. Nobody cares. Go and do it. And if you become Superman about it, fucking write a book or do a YouTube shit.
I know the people who are fanatical about this, and to me, it's like, well, you're risking listeria and all sorts of stuff, and there's no reason for it.
Yeah,
it was like you with the fucking no shoes on outside.
Dirty ass feet.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
In addition to the fact that you can crush your toe at any time, and you only lift free weights, so it's not like you're going to be safe lifting in bare feet when you're in Nautilus equipment like fucking Mike Mentzer was. No, you're a dickhead out there and you're fucking bare feet just waiting to fucking cut off a toe.
Yeah, but you're just doing that.
That's a bad example for kids.
This grounding shit.
No.
Dirty. Yo, I see fools in the gym do that. I'm like, get your fucking shoes on, bitch. Get the fuck out of here, soldiers and shit. Fuck out of here, bro.
Okay, yeah. So that's what I wanted to kind of go into on the raw milk stuff. So we all agree it's shit.
Yeah, we all agree because the health benefits haven't even panned out in the studies. And they're so minor compared to getting listeria. You get that, you're fine
for a fucking reason.
Your gains are gone. I promise you get listeria. You're not making any gains this month.
Yeah, I just think the whole raw influence is kind of taken off, and not in a good way. Like the raw meat, the raw milk, everything raw.
They're just
liver
they're anti-science.
He's a big part of it.
And not raw anything. Goddamn, we're not cows, so we can't digest cellulose. So
we are cooked
nutrients
food
out of the fucking vegetables unless you eat raw cooked food. I'm sorry, I'm so pissed off about this. I can't even think. You have to cook the food before you eat it, and that's why humans got to where we are, because we cook our food.
I've been saying this for years, by the way.
From animals.
Yeah, you're basically reinforcing what I've been saying for years. Yeah. We are cooked food omnivores as a species.
That's right. Think about it.
It's so simple. It's so simple.
This shit tastes like shit. Cook it.
Yeah. If you want to live like a chimpanzee, then go and live in the fucking jungle and without your cell phone. Without your cell phone. Without your cell phone. Go and die.
Sounds like Burning Man, like rich people trying to act poor. I don't know.
Yeah.
Fucking Burning.
Yeah. I mean, well, for me, the only thing
and then one died. Fruit that was like when all the people, when all those billionaires died in that fucking submarine. I'm like,
exploded like this.
Oh, God,
like,
oh yeah. That was almost as good as my man going, "Hey, honey, could you pass me the?" Yeah, just blood spraying. Just his own head off with his fucking Peloton bike. Oh my God, that warmed my heart just thinking about that yuppie dying. Fuck that yuppie. Oh my
fuck the yuppies. Rip it and rip it, bitch.
Oh man.
Eat the rich. Holy shit. This is
eat the rich. Rip it and rip it.
Hopefully with Hollywood and the auto workers unions both striking at the same time, somebody will say, maybe we'll pay people more. Maybe, just maybe. Also, could we get the migrant workers in on all the because they're not involved in the employment regulations, and so they can be mistreated in any way. And I only just found out about this, but like we need to get everybody in on some protected work conditions so that we can all move forward as a people. Well,
well, not to get too political, but I mean,
that wasn't political. That was just social. So
but
we don't all die.
Well, my family ranch, I mean, we used to go hire migrant workers sometimes when we needed extra work. I mean, they're kind of essential to the economy.
They're not
They were in Vegas too.
economy.
They're in Vegas too.
Migrant people have always been essential to every economy because there have always been migrant people who move from place to place with herds of animals and things of that nature. Or there are just seasonal shifts in things that have caused them to move from place to place. It is something that has always happened. The concept of modern hard borders is very new and it's stupid. It's just stupid. And for Christians to talk about people marching across borders when they're reading a book about Moses wandering around all these fucking national borders
for 40
invading
years.
countries with an army
Crossing
of people and this motherfucker, and they're just like, no, we got to go kill every person at the border. What? All right, sure. That works. Sure. Yeah, that logic works, I guess, if you think about
it. Yeah.
Anyway, not to get too political, but you made it political.
Not to get too political, but
well,
CJ, how come you're doing this in a darkened room?
The sun is, I don't know. I guess we got black clouds coming in now, bro. So
it's the same happening.
I decided to just open
Central Texas.
Yeah. Oh, there you
go. I got a fucking light, bro. I don't know. I'm just
That's fine. You can do it. You're back.
Congrats. Me too.
So good. We all agree dairy good. We
Yes.
all agree cook food good.
Yes.
We all agree cook
yeah.
food good. There we go. That covers everything we need to know about human nutrition for the gym.
It's like I'm seeing two Jasons.
Exactly.
I know. I got two bald motherfuckers on this phone.
There you go. Why are that's my earbuds. I was like, why are the insides of my ears so pink?
Your earbuds are pink.
Yeah, I can actually, I had the worst time finding, I kept losing one earbud because they're always black or dark colored or whatever. And I'd lose them. And then my wife was like, I got you the perfect ones. And I have to scrape the thing off because they're fucking, I'm not a brony, but she got me My Little Pony ones just because they're pink and I'd be able to find them. And they're fucking dope.
Identify. Yeah, you can identify it. That's dope.
Yeah. I outed myself, and your fans are probably going to be like, Jamie Lewis is a brody, as I'm saying. These are My Little Pony headphones. But
I've met a dude who was a brony in real life.
Oh dear.
Did you? I watched a documentary on bronies, and I expected for it to be funny, and it was not. It was sad and gross, and I
turned it off very quickly. Yeah, that's right. Oh dear, dog.
Yeah, I don't even want to hear about it.
Oh God.
Whatever's wrong with those people, I hope they get some therapy and figure it out.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Figure it the fuck out. Figure it out.
And I know it's really cool for everybody to dislike furries. I don't really have a problem. I'm not a furry. I don't have a problem with furries. I don't really understand how two fat people in animal costumes fuck. Like, I know they have hatches, but it's hard for fat people to fuck in the first place. So how do they make their bits touch? But I'm not going to watch a video to figure it out. I just, in my head, I'm like, the logistics of it don't make sense. It seems like it's contradictory for sex for them, for the people that I see.
Yeah, big time.
Maybe they're skinny furries.
Well, I mean, if you're really that curious, Jamie, you could probably Google it, and I'm sure. I'm not. You are.
FBI's looking like, damn.
We had the beginning of the internet. You guys don't even know what you could have seen. The things that we saw are dark shit. We saw some shit. So I don't need to see anymore. I've seen it. I've seen it twice, and I don't. They didn't even have furries back then that I knew of. So, but yeah.
No, it seems to be a modern thing.
I saw some things.
The internet has evolved. I know exactly sort of things you saw.
Evolved, devolved, same. Yeah, it depends.
No, it has evolved because I have not been sent a snuff video in at least 7 years. So
oh god.
Yeah, fair enough.
We're from the era when your bros would just send you stuff. Check this out, and it pops
this
up
wasn't
on your
a bros
screen.
thing.
You don't even
like
know.
Some fan sent it to me, and it was one of the hammers. Did you guys ever see the Russians with the guy who bashed the people who bashed in all people's faces with hammers?
See it.
What's that?
Nope.
So they would sneak up on homeless people and bash their face in with a hammer and film it.
Oh, I've seen something like that. Yeah.
So somebody sent me one of them, and I didn't know what the fuck I was looking at. I just saw this, and it was a weird noise, and I was like, "What is that?" So I ran it back because I was like making dishes or something. I ran it back, and I saw this sleeping guy, and he's laying there, and this guy walks up giggling just with a hammer, and just goes ting 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 ting, and just caves in the man's whole shit. And then the noise I heard was him choking on his own blood. It's like stuff's gurgling out of his mouth, and I was like, "Oh!" And like I consider myself to be a hard motherfucker, but like,
yeah, nah,
that genuinely
you can't be hard through
changed me as a person. Like, I think that might have contributed to my weird drinking experience because that, like,
cigarette.
that I didn't even know people were capable of that. Honestly, I mean, you read about all these wars and stuff like that, but like, CJ, I know that's your job, and I mean, you've seen some things, sir. I don't. You've probably done, sir. I mean, I'm not asking you. I don't.
Nothing on nothing like that North Korea, or not North Korean level, but Korean War level. Like my wife's grandpa went through. Nothing like that. Like welcome to combat, at a bayonet in the face and shit. So thank God.
Hiding behind a fucking encampments or emplacements.
Enough to know that shit's fucked up in the world. Yeah, the Chinese motherfuckers, you know, you're fighting with Chinese and North Koreans and you got a first sergeant holding a pistol at you. Like, don't go for the body, you know, nothing like that.
Yeah.
Right? This is terrorism we're dealing with. Whatever the fuck.
Well, you've still seen horrible things. I just like,
oh, yeah.
I don't think people don't need to see those things. I don't think it's good for people.
You don't need
honestly.
that exposure.
No.
I don't want it. That's why it trips me out when people want war shit. Like, dude, you don't want that. It's fucking trash, bro. I
think
we suffered the early
movies
internet.
are a good way for us to like work out those feelings and those ideas in our head without expressing them in violence. And I know that certain movies aren't like that. Like, I regret being into those what were those movies that we were all quoting in the fucking, where the kid goes fucking, basically the incel goes on a very successful rampage.
Oh,
the Uwe Boll movies. Oh my God. I didn't even have any idea what the fuck I was watching when I but we were rooting for an incel for 3 movies, and I was just like, oh, what have I
actually did get into those movies. I just didn't. I knew people who did there.
Rampage.
Me. But like,
Rambo.
That movie aside, those series aside, like, I think do you guys think that?
What? He was an incel?
No. That like those movies help us kind of express those emotions without doing anything.
Yeah, the ideas.
Yeah, I think
to romanticize the ideas and shit like that. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
it gets it out of your system.
Right, you get it out of your system without. You can fantasize about whatever you want, but you don't act on it. It's like that.
Yeah.
So long as they're being taught not to act on it, and that, like, the horrors of war, for instance, in school. If they were taught that,
well, hopefully they're smart. Yeah, man. Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, no. I mean, people need to be taught these things, or else they look at these movies and think that's real life, and that's how people should act.
Right.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing. The problem with TikTok now, kids are just watching this shit, watching these fucking idiots, thinking, right, that's how I need to act. That's how I'm going to act. So it's just happening now.
Yeah.
But I think it's incumbent upon us as. I'm not going to call myself an influencer, but as
I hate the term. Yeah.
Yeah. As people who have
role model
audience,
maybe?
it is incumbent upon us.
I'm just a real motherfucker. How about that?
Yeah. But to be good examples. And I really think that's important. Like, I
agree with that. And that's something I've worked on a lot in recent years. Yeah. It's important.
Yeah.
And that was one of my main issues with the anti-vaxxers. It was like, no matter what your personal beliefs are, no matter what your own idiocy is, no matter what's wrong with you, no matter how many insecurities you have, that doesn't matter. You are a public person and you have a voice. And if you're using it to spread disinformation and lies and hurt people, then you should be hurt. I don't like Aaron Rodgers ought to have his fucking leg, like he ought to have his other fucking Achilles cut. Fuck that dude. He's a piece of shit. And fuck all those people. Like, fuck them, and I don't want to hear their stupid fucking opinions. And it's not an opinion. You don't have an opinion on fact. Like, I don't want to hear you didn't get out of the fucking 8th grade in science. Then go fuck yourself. Like, I don't want to hear it. And even if you do have a degree, go fuck yourself twice. You should fucking know better. You fucking stupid bitch. Like, it's not a conversation. It's not an argument. It is me telling you, I will hurt you. And you're a stupid bitch. I'll hurt you in every fucking way I can find until I've hurt you enough that you finally assent and say, yes, you are right. So I am going to make myself as powerful in every way possible that I can strike down upon these people with great vengeance and furious anger.
We had to get the Pulp Fiction.
A righteous crusade.
Yeah, no, that was the best thing I could think of. I'm thinking of a specific person that, like, a dude who, like, was messaging me about all this. vaccine shit. Like we were in the middle of a conversation about fighting because he's a fighter and a pro fighter, and then he started talking about vaccines, and I was like, bro, just shut up, because I've been trying to pick a fight,
Shut the fuck
like
up.
a legitimate, I genuinely want smoke. So if you want smoke, you got smoke, but let's just stop fucking talking about it. And he was like, you don't want to hear my opinion? And I was like, you don't have a fucking opinion. You're a fucking pro fighter. Go fuck yourself. You're a fucking idiot. Like, I don't want to hear what Joe Rogan has to say about it. Just go fucking fuck yourself.
Oh God, fuck that.
And he's like, I've been reading your shit for all these years. And I was like, then I failed you as an educator, and now I want to beat you up even fucking worse because I failed you, and I'm going to take out my rage at myself for failing you as an individual on you for offending me with your life.
But here's the point of all of this chat. Every one of us here have an audience. We all have people who listen to us. Therefore, we have a moral obligation to try to be factually correct.
Yes.
Yeah. And when we get something wrong, we've got to correct ourselves and right the ship.
Yeah. And admit to, and that's why, and people
accountability.
Me, why the fuck are you co-signing Jason Blaha? Because he admits when he's wrong and he makes changes and he does the right thing. And that's
all any of us can do in life.
We don't have to agree on everything. We don't have to agree on anything other than if you do wrong, admit you did wrong and fix it.
And fix it, and then try to be correct in the future.
Totally.
And try to set a good example.
And set a good example. But that's how we set a good example. I mean, setting the example of saying, hey guys, I got something wrong. I need to do better. Here's the correct information. Well, that's setting a good example. If everyone did that in life, how much better would the world be?
CJ, you're good at reining in young guys who are go-hards who have problems with their idiotic impulses. How do you do it so we know how to do it better? And so how everybody who's watching this knows how to do it better.
How to control those fucking, put themselves in check, basically.
Yeah, how do you rein it? Because I'm sure you deal with it worse than any of us. These people who are these people.
18 to 35, I want to say, is my demographic that I deal with. I've dealt with the past, holy fuck, it's been 11 years. Look,
right.
You just they're my children. They're my fucking kids. They're my fucking kids. So I will not hesitate to put them in check. I don't have an issue with approaching them. They respect, it's already, the minute they meet me.
How do you guide them? Especially when you see that they're fucking doing some weird, they're starting to listen to too many fucking weird people.
Oh, man,
how do you kind of guide them?
Well, not clown on it, but, just make a joke about it. Invite them in the circle. Because the minute they start going off in a corner, that's an issue. All right. There it is. This goes back to infantry 101. Hey, the minute that dude's in the corner, hey, get the fuck over here, man. You can't be hiding in the corner like that. Bring your shit over here. We're all going to talk together. This is why when vets get out and shit, these dudes get out, they're like, well, what the fuck? They're alone because it's a tribe. It's like a tribal. Like, hey, we're going to protect each other, put each other in check. There are toxic motherfuckers, and that's why I'm here to tell these toxic fossil NCOs, like, hey, you're trash too, bitch. You're bringing some disease. Like, no, we respect everyone here, and we put everyone in check. But it's on people like me to help these young men and women to really fucking, not be outsiders, outcasts. Fuck that bullshit, man. That shit's trash, bro.
And that's for everybody in the gym. Like, if you're in the gym,
I guess the gym too,
you're setting an example anywhere. You're setting the example. So you're the big guy. You're the person people are, the big girl. You're the one that people are looking at. Like, you're draw people's eyes. So you be conscious of that. And CJ, keep going. Just keep going. Keep preaching.
Oh yeah, no, dude. Don't be ostracizing each other. You know what I'm saying? Don't hesitate to tell somebody they're fucked up. And I don't give a fuck what rank they are. If they're fucked up, have a heart-to-heart with them. Pull them to the side if it's a professional.
Don't do it in front of everybody. Don't
do it in front. Don't undermine motherfuckers. Because that will breed a whole fucking... Yeah, it'll breed lack of continuity there. You don't want that either. So look, know who you're talking to, know your audience. So if it's a higher rank, pull them to the side, have a heart-to-heart with them. It usually works out. Guys, it works out. Just talk to people. Oh, don't be chicken shit and don't start sending text messages to each other. Holy fuck. Call me boomer, bitch, but I'll have a face-to-face. And you know what? That gets more across than fucking texting and emailing.
Also, smile,
bitch.
Especially when you're talking to somebody and you gotta, like, when you're trying to tell them that you're fucking up, you got to smile on your face and put an arm around, like if you can put a hand on their shoulder, whatever. However, I'm not saying don't touch people that they don't want to be touched. But like some of these people who are being real toxic, who are like, don't touch me, don't touch me. They're the ones who you got to put a hand on their shoulder and be like, everything's all right. And they just need to be patted. There's such a thing as skin starvation. And people can just feel better just from being barely touched. Just a little light pat on the shoulder, like, it's all right, everything's cool. Like, I don't know what's going on with you, but like, what's happening? Tell me.
Yeah, no.
You asked.
No, just pat him, give him a pat on the back or whatever. Be there for him.
Yeah, be there for him. I can get with that. Totally.
Yeah.
I don't know
if I could really go into that, but that's the gist of it.
No, obviously it's a watered down version, but like you said, Jason, that is about being a coach or being like that too. Yeah.
That does
have a gym or something, being in that environment, being someone that people look up to. You just got to be a role model.
Yeah. Which means you got to check your own bullshit sometimes.
Check yourself.
I've been wrong.
Yep. All the time. Every fucking minute of every day, I check myself. I will own up. The second I fuck up, I own up, because I don't want to leave it out there. I don't want to get hit by a car the next day and have fucked up and not have been like, shit, I fucked up. That was my bad. Like, I'll do better.
The last words, you know what I'm saying? Or the last thing you posted. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Think about that shit.
I don't give a shit about the last thing I posted. It's more about
you know what I'm saying.
Personal interactions. Yeah.
I know what you're saying.
Also, do you guys, CJ, you make it a point to remember people's names, obviously. You have to for work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys, Jason and Louis?
Names are hard for me. I have to work on that. Faces I always remember, but names I struggle with. Yeah.
Do you, Louis?
Yeah, names are fine. Yeah. Names are fine.
You're good with names?
Yeah.
I always look at the features and shit. I'm like, all right.
I never cared about, I'll be honest, I didn't care about anybody who wasn't in my own like individual family or like personal friend circle at all. Just like not in an aggressive way. They like didn't really exist to me. They were just kind of like there.
Yeah.
Kind of like flitting in and out at
NPCs.
No face, no name. I still barely remember people by their faces. I have worked really hard on it, but I've also noticed that if you make a point to remember people's names and you say their name, it is really important to people. Like it makes people feel good. So especially if it's that outsider that CJ was talking about, where they think nobody knows about them, nobody knows their name, nobody knows this, nobody knows that. Rather than putting them on grind and giving them a nickname, remember their name and say something, talk about something to them that that they like, but not in a shitty way, in a cool way. Like in a way where they can tell you something about it or something. And
it's meaningful to them.
That's how you can kind of, if you're not in a position you don't have a position of authority, be like, get the fuck over here. That's how you can kind of reel them in a little bit. And I've always been the person on the outside. Connection. So I'm talking like as a person who like really fought, like I've never considered myself a part of things, but even in a gym, like I know I'm a part of that community. So I've always striven to like be cool to the people who look like they need somebody to be cool to them.
Yeah.
Basically.
That's pretty legit, man.
But that's the lifting world. I mean, how many people out there get into lifting because they feel like outsiders? That's a huge number.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's weird.
Of course it is. It is full of outsiders and misfits. Like
I like it.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's class. It is. But a lot of people are loners and shy people who need people like us, I guess, to approach them and involve them.
Yeah, but we really got caught up in that whole go hard. I'm a one-man army, blah, 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 blah.
Alpha shit,
Christ,
it's head
why was
buried
I
in your
so
face
obsessed with that?
And it's the exact opposite of human progress. Everything the human race has ever done has been because we worked together as a team.
It was so fucking try hard. God almighty.
But it's still prevalent now, but they don't call them alphas now.
At all?
So Sigma, don't they?
Damn.
Sigma, is that the new thing? Yeah, it's weird.
That term is weird. I don't get that.
Sigma. It's fucking weird.
That's so weird. I don't get that.
What is Sigma?
So it's like being an alpha male, but it's slightly different.
Introverted alpha male?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That's what they're
like
trying
Fight
to
Club.
Yeah, like I think you're like a loner.
People still believe in alpha males.
It is insane.
That's another conversation.
Yeah, it's a different conversation. We don't need to get into the whole history of.
Yeah, no, my eye's gonna start twitching. I know.
Other than to say that alpha male.
It is just as pseudoscientific as
debunked.
phrenology.
Well, it's
phrenology
and sports science. Phrenology, sports science, most of chiropractic medicine, they're all in the same.
Somatypes.
Yeah, somatotyping. Yeah, that all goes.
Body types. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid.
Well, the funniest thing with that, they
non-science.
They came up with it by observing wolves in captivity, and then it turns out wolves in the wild don't even have the same structure at all. Like it's completely, it's only wolves in captivity.
I thought you meant the body
so they
type.
basically then took like the prison conditions in a very bad jail and then extrapolated that to modern human society, as if those two things are slightly
like remotely the
same. Living by prison.
Hey, look at this study. Hey, there's studies. There's studies.
Do your own research.
Did you read the studies?
Google.com.
This is my face for 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So we've run this one pretty long.
Yeah.
Anything we want to
that was exhausting. Yeah. I'm glad I turned it down a notch.
Yeah. Yeah, you were fired up a minute there, Jamie.
Okay. Yeah.
I spent my entire life like that for a long time. It was a long time.
That's exhausting.
You must have been knackered.
I was pretty intense.
Yeah. You must have been shattered on the daily.
Yeah, I was a little intense. I was a little too intense, I would say.
A little too, yeah, maybe.
But it was good. It was good. It was positive, though, I swear.
I made it as positive as it could have been.
It landed to the right people, I think.
It did. It did.
Again, that's why I like to play my guitar, man. Sit down, guitar therapy, Just get it out, mellow back out.
There you go. Get on one of your hats. Music no woman would ever listen to.
There we go.
White men like.
Whoa.
There you go.
I know lots of women who like that music. What are you talking about?
No, I think you meant the hats.
Women love music, period.
No, I meant what?
Oh.
How many? All right. So if I asked 100 women, would you rather go to Beyonce or a blues show? They'd say the blues.
Beyonce.
You think?
Yeah. Yeah, but I can't sing like Beyonce.
You can shake it though.
Okay, but would they rather go to a new metal concert or a black metal? They're going to go to new metal.
You ever hear Johnny Hash?
They're going to go to neither, CJ.
You could do all Johnny Hash style like Beyonce.
What?
Pretty good.
Or a country show. They're going to go to the country show. Yeah. They're going to go to a country show versus a black metal show, right? We talked about this before.
But obviously, Jason, you just chilling out.
Hardly ever happen. Black metal only happens in recordings because there's fighting the little white people.
But that's my point, bro. Musicians, man.
Yeah.
If you want to call black metal musicians.
No, man, I don't mean that. I don't give a fuck about that.
Oh, I was like, if you want to call them musicians, I guess you can. Yo, while we're on the subject of music, somebody give their number one track. Everybody give their number one track you've been listening to recently.
Oh, number one track.
Is it Skatehead by City Morgue?
I've been listening to AC/DC the last couple of weeks, actually.
Yeah.
Hey, so the new one. So I got "Boy in the Box" by City Morgue, and then I got "Mindful Solutionism" by Aesop Rock.
Oh, that beat is hard, dude.
Solutionism, and it's like cats out in the bag. It's so dope. It's about the history.
Say the name of that song again.
It's dope. "Mindful Solutionism" by Aesop Rock. That shit so hard. Talks about cats too, so if you might like that.
Oh, does he? Nice. I didn't realize he talked about cats.
You know the phrase "cats out the bag" is like, okay, it's out the bag. That's a powerful cat. I was like, hey,
all right, word.
Shit. Yeah, that's the dopest shit. Like I haven't touched hip hop in a minute, and I was like, oh shit, okay, Aesop still has it. Like oh shit, I fucking wordsmith.
I haven't heard that dude in the longest time, but that song reminded me. There's an organized confusion song I'll send you. It's called "Bring It On." It's an old song. Yeah. It's from the '90s, but it has a similar flow to that song.
Yeah, bring it on. Yeah, fuck yeah. They learn from those dudes. Those dudes are OGs.
Oh, all right, sweet. Well, then, yeah. When you sent me that, I immediately
Big
was
L,
like, oh, shit.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Got it, man. Yeah. We'll touch base.
What am I thinking? You know your fucking rap.
We talk about our fucking music. Come on. Who the fuck you talking to right now? Well, come on, man. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, but that totally had that vibe, that organized confusion vibe.
Yeah. LP and all those motherfuckers. That's dope.
Sweet. I think that's us for today.
All right.
Yeah, because I think CJ's wife was just checking in on him to see if he was winding this down.
I think so. It might have been my son.
Yeah, or might have been.
You're being summoned to go do Saturday things. What are you doing on Saturday?
I got to go tend to the young ones and the family.
Fan?
Cool.
And the cats.
Well, enjoy yourself.
All right, good. So,
Jason, you gonna put on a shirt? Or you're gonna just keep those nips out the whole day?
I'm gonna keep the nips out the whole day. I gotta claim. I need.
So what do you do? Just like peek through the shades and just rub ice on your nipples as you're peeking through the shades, or how do you spend your day?
Well, I mean, if I go shopping later, I'll put clothes on, obviously.
Oh, well, that's all right. All right, cool. Where are you gonna go shopping?
Probably if I go in or just get more groceries and just chill. Of course, I keep my private life off the internet, so yeah.
Oh, I see.
That's because I have stalkers and shit. Yeah.
Yep. Again, you might want to think about throwing on a shirt next time. We'll see if we can shake off some of these stalkers.
I don't think a shirt's going to do it, Jamie.
Shake them stalkers off.
It might.
But seriously, dude, have some of give the girls that you know some money and have them buy you some fucking clothes for real, and then wear them.
How do you think my blue jeans to make sure that they look right on my butt? You know, I don't pick those jeans out myself.
Oh, do you? All right, cool.
Oh, dude,
good.
I don't go jean shopping alone. You always take women with you to go shopping for jeans.
Absolutely. Oh, dude, women know. Yeah. Even my wife knows. She'll tell me. I'm like, oh shit.
I don't even fucking try them on. I just throw them on when I get home, and if I got to chop them up or roll them or whatever, I do that. Like, I've become a bit of a fashionista, so I just I don't wear any clothes on this shit.
Let me make that clear, Jamie. When you buy blue jeans, you need to try them on and have a woman investigate before you buy them.
I don't. But if I told you my current jean size, you guys would fucking fall down dead. So
34? Oh, okay. Shut the fuck up. Were you serious? 29, 28?
28.
No, 30. 30.
30. Yeah, okay.
30.
Jesus. Okay.
Yo,
all right. I dig it. That's pretty good, man.
Yeah. I'm
holy shit.
That's why I'm not like trying to get in front of the camera too much, because I'm trying to I want to have an unveiling. Like,
there you go. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna let that Hersovic guy be the Hersoviak, or however you say his name.
Yeah,
be the only pretty motherfucker out of this whole crew. I gotta represent some old school flavor. So I decided to get myself 19th century hot.
All right, well there you go.
Gymnast.
See if I can will my fucking hair back into my head.
Dear
Woo,
me.
as soon as I can afford it, I will have a full head of hair. You can rest assured about that.
Excellent.
Oh yes. Excellent. I will have hair. It'll be a full blonde, just chia pet.
Yeah,
he's back.
All right, so we'll wind this down. I will link everyone's social media stuff down below. I'll put it up on all the platforms.
Sweet.
And I guess
you have a voice for yoga videos or something.
I do.
Yeah. People always said you should do ASMR.
Well, that's a whole side topic.
ASMR, bro. I said this shit before.
Yeah.
Why is that still a thing? Why haven't those people stopped breathing yet?
Sometimes I put my radio voice on like this. I got to do the radio voice.
What kind of fucking radio you listen to? Good Lord, sir. That isn't even a fucking
AM radio.
Blaha FM.
Yeah, that's an AM radio voice. That wasn't even a fucking shit. What do they call it? A quiet storm. That wasn't even a quiet storm voice. That was a fucking AM radio voice.
Yeah, well, on the easy listening channel for you, we have.
Yeah, that kind of sounds like that. Either that or the world's calmest Christian pastor. Just you guys really need to.
What the fuck?
All right, guys. So you're reading from Jesus. You realize that you're a sinner.
Okay, well
Romans 3:23 for all who have sinned and come short of the glory of God.
Fucking hell.
What the fuck? Well, that's what these old men handed me, and I was very, very polite to them. Like I said, thank them for thanking me or for inviting me to their church. I
Thanks them for
appreciated their invitation, was what I said.
Appreciate
Very
you.
nice.
You're a kinder, gentler person now.
I'm really, really trying. And they were nice old men, and there's no reason to be impolite to them. They're nice
Exactly.
old men, and they're, however misguided, they're trying to be nice. So I figure there's no reason to be unkind to them.
Well, to someone who,
There's
someone is
a
trying to
magical
be
man,
kind
this
to
guy
you.
who is judging them at all times.
If someone is trying to be kind to you, be kind back. It makes sense.
Exactly.
That's how civilized people behave.
Hopefully his God does not smite me. Pew, 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 pew. He gets me with the laser
Smite
finger.
me, old smiter.
So we'll wind it down on that note. Talk to you guys.
We will.
time.
We will. All the comments are going to be Jewish space lasers are coming to get you.
Oh God.